Jericho, remember the Jericho mining town?
Yes, Jericho.
Yes.
It's up this way.
So we've been on that track before, because that's the one where I wanted to go down there, but we didn't have time.
Guys just came up and said, yeah, it's private property, but yeah, it goes through to the track zone, and he said just go through.
Yeah, it's kind of weird, isn't it?
That's another one of those ones that we're talking about where, you know, up in Dargo, that, yeah, you have to go through the private property to get to the track.
And it's kind of awkward. I don't want to drive on other people's stuff.
I don't think they...
Yeah, it is a bit. So we're keeping right, are we?
Yeah, keeping right. Just follow it right, the road, just keep going right and you'll see me eventually.
Much work has been completed on the historic cemeteries, Store Point, Jericho and Red Jacket, with several other lone graves located and signposted.
So half these trees along here are what you sell at the nursery.
Really will.
Mining
Can't have a
sites-
weekend without work involved.
Mining sites, hut sites, hotels, shanties, and townships are also part of the exploration work and are incorporated into the touring route, which traverses some of the most beautiful scenic four-wheel drive routes across the Great Divide. Over 100 interpretive signs have been installed on the Aberfeldy Track back road tour.
Alright, now that we've successfully trespassed, are we ready to start the track?
Yeah, let's go.
Telling many fascinating stories of gold mining history from the late 1850s to the early 1900s. So you know what that means? It's right up my alley.
So this is apparently an M track.
Track, so I don't know if we're going to run into the same problem last time.
Sort of think that the front lockers might be better.
Keep going up, Marty.
Oh shit.
Oh, it's not nothing. It's nothing crazy. Yeah, up.
Yeah, I can probably go for GoPro next, I think. But after that, I can probably try and get some front lockers in.
Why not?
Fun?
Why not?
Yeah. But it's like Chris said too a while back. If I'm following the Addy around, how often is the Addy gonna, like, am I gonna need him? Like, cause I needed it there, but...
What was that?
Something to get interesting.
Oh yeah.
That's starting to get very interesting.
Whoa!
I'll put the left path.
Breathe, sign!
Yeah, it's fine. Nice.
Sign, important!
We're not digging in the ground, so it doesn't matter.
There might be a wolf or something dangerous nearby.
There's nothing dangerous nearby here, mate.
Or there could be some dinosaur.
Make sure you guys are spaced out as you come out halfway. It's not very straightforward once it starts happening.
Daddy, what's grass?
Okay.
Yeah, I go to left part too.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd go left.
Your dad would make that with his lockers easy.
I went left and it's hard to get a bit weird in the left, so I don't know if I should have gone left.
Oh Jesus.
I can start at the top.
Yeah, actually right might be a bit better to get around the corner.
Barry, turn, I was like,
Good drive getting up here, Chris.
Yeah, what is that?
you know, come on. Front door, I came up, you kept driving.
Where? We're getting it, Dad. Where? Getting it.
Hey, coming.
The left, where the fork is, the left does look more tame, but then you get around the corner and it's a bit more gnarly, so you can very easily take the right, just climb up the rock slowly.
So this is apparently an M track, so I don't know if we're going to run into the same problems last time.
Early 1900s. That means it's right in my favourite error.
Yeah, you can keep coming up if you haven't already. It's fine. It's not nothing crazy. It's just, yeah, up really.
Along with many walking tracks and 8 side trips in historic sites.
Is there a reason why we're reading that right now while we're in the middle of the... Wait, where? Okay. Hang on, this is starting to get interesting. Okay, it's starting to get interesting, by the way. It's starting to get very interesting. I took the left path. Make sure you guys are spaced out as you're coming up halfway. It's not so straightforward once it starts happening.
Back there, you should have stayed more to the right.
I reckon, I don't know. It kind of went from nothing to something really quickly.
Yeah, I'd go left.
Yeah, I went left, but then it starts to get a bit weird in the left, and you're like, I don't know if I should have gone left. Nice and flat at the top. Sorry, babe, I just...
Yeah, she rode my bit better when she's around the corner.
You had to return, I was like...
The Adventra track is one of the largest European historical...
No, it didn't have a problem. Front Crosstrac, every time wheel came up, just kept driving.
Did you hear that?
What's that?
The Adventra track is one of the largest European historical touring routes in the Southern Hemisphere.
Is that walking or is it a road track?
We've been on that track.
Oh, okay.
You're only coming up that all good. Now, where the fork is, the left doesn't look more the same, but then you get around the corner and it's a bit more gnarly, so you could very easily take the right and just climb up the rocks slowly. Copy.
Yeah, it quickly went from just climb to something, and I'm like, which way? And Sarah's trying to read a bloody pamphlet. I'm like, they're not right the time.
Good job though, that was pretty, that's not bad.
It went up alright. Not a problem, I didn't hear anything. Cleared it the whole way.
Yeah,
The front, clink, clink, clink,
Yeah.
but...
The LSD kicked in a few times up there, so... You know when the LSD's locking? Yeah.
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 Yeah, it's funny because you come around, I'm like, left looks better, and then you come around to it, and it's like,
yeah, okay.
that's not, I don't know if that was better now.
Oh, nice. It goes to show you that it gets bloody capable.
Oh yeah, it's just,
I think that those two massive rocks.
like I said, if those guys weren't there, I think I would have just gone up just to
Have a look.
just to see what happened, just slowly, and give it just a little bit of beans just nearby, because I'm not as top heavy.
Yeah. Oh, you probably wouldn't have an issue tipping. Like.
I took the wrong line on that where that jut was out the right side.
Yeah.
I thought I'll just get that I'll miss the loose stones. Stuff. Go back.
Did you go to the left side or the right side at the split off?
I went up the right side.
Yeah, no, we went around the left side, and as soon as you go around
When
the
you go
left
around
side,
the corner,
it just hollow.
There was like a rock climb one on the, then a little bit further right, another one on the left, and you like had to sort of like jet. Did you go on the right? Did you?
I went hard left and I foot
went
down.
hard
I
left.
went full foot down.
So I went hard right, he went hard left. Otherwise you would have been going doink.
As soon as I got through that bit, I thought I'd stop and I'll get those dip locks in, but then my seatbelt wouldn't let me go.
Oh, yeah, because you're on an angle. Yeah. Yeah, I would too, because it just went from kind of normal to
Just rough.
yeah.
Well, that's interesting. So where does these two roads come from?
So we'll end up going that way, I think.
That looks like it's a bit down.
What if we close our eyes, speeding through red lights into paradise? Cause we know time for getting old. What a body time is souls. Cross our fingers, here we go. When the lights start flashing like a photo booth, and the stars exploding, we'll be fireproof. My youth is yours, tripping on stars and waterfalls. My